The Heroes and the Hidden by Kitty Cat on AO3. Episode 2. Chapter 2. God, I really tried to. Izuku rolled his shoulders, wincing in pain as his skin bunches and tightens painfully. His mom cleaned it as best as she could, but there wasn't much she could do. Izuku wouldn't let her take him to the hospital. He was strong. He was fine. He curled his legs up in his chest, doing his best to ignore the tears in his eyes. He'd been sitting here so long. He was still too weak. Zuzu, baby, are you ready to go? His mom called to him, knocking gently on the door. He scrambled to the floor, wiping his eyes quickly as she came in. Bunny, where are you? She asked, before peeling under the bed. He smiled sheepishly, holding out his All Might plushie. Just grabbing this, Mama. He murmurs, trying to hide his sniffles. She smiles sadly as he stands up to crawl out. She helps him put it over his head, ruffling his hair in the process. Is that all you needed? She asks, looking at her son. He nods, putting the hood on. Ready? He proclaims, making her chuckle. He smiles. He loves making her laugh. She cries too much now because of him. He needs to stop making her cry. He needs to be stronger. Katsuki! Mitsuki yells out to her son, who's doing who hell knows what. Inko sat across from her and Izuku doing the same, messing with the strings of his hoodie. What do you want? Katsuki screams back, stomping into the room. He freezes when he sees Izuku sitting on the couch. The hell is he doing here? He spats, glaring at the boy. Be nice, brat. She screams back. He's here for your birthday. She pops Katsuki at the head with her knuckles, making him wince. He stomps away angrily, grumbling under his breath. You might want to follow, dearie, before you get left behind, she says calmly to Izuku, who murmurs an okay before pushing off the couch and following slowly. The mothers watch him go before turning to each other. So, where's Masaru? Inko asks calmly, sipping her tea. Mitsuki can't help but notice her smile isn't as big as usual. He's working with some advisors right now. She answers, dragging her arms over the couch. With the fashion show coming up, one of us is always needing to be there, but someone needs to watch the brat. Inko nods slowly. About that? She takes a deep breath, settling down her coffee. Has Katsuki acted different at all the past few months? Mitsuki shakes her head. He's still the same ego-filled brat as always. Why do you ask? Inko closes her eyes tightly. I'm worried that Izuku might be getting bullied, she says truthfully. He keeps getting home with marks all over his body, but he only says he trips or hits something. As her eyes start to water, Mitsuki stands up and moves next to her, rubbing her arm slowly. Ever since the doctor, he's changed. Mitsuki stays silent for a while, watching her friend sob. Do you think Katsuki's doing it? She asks finally, keeping her voice soft. I don't know. I don't want to believe he's not. But Izuku has burns. A lot. She murmurs between sobs. There's only one other kid with a heat quirk. I'll talk to him, Mitsuki states, continuing to comfort her friend. I'll make sure he's not hurting Izuku. Deku is so annoying. Katsuki starts to call him that 2 months ago when he noticed the kanji was similar. That's just what he is. A Deku. Worthless. And he's stuck with him until Auntie leaves. Do you want to play heroes? Deku asks finally, walking towards Katsuki. I could be the civilian, he says with a smile. Katsuki hates that smile. He shoves him away before sitting down on his bed. You're better as a villain, you nobody. Truth is, Katsuki had just learned about villains. He saw a fight a few days ago and heard people say it. Though Deku would match it. Just someone to get punched by the heroes, like Katsuki. Deku frowns, looking at Katsuki. I just need to get stronger and I could still be a hero with you. He stammers, stomping his foot. I'm still me. Katsuki grabs Deku by the shirt, pushing him to the wall. "You will never be like me," he shouts, his hands popping close to Deku's skin. He could hear Deku's teeth grating as he bites down in pain. "You're not worth my quirk," Katsuki grumbles, tossing him to the floor. Deku sits on the floor quietly, watching Katsuki until Auntie calls for him. As Deku stands up, slowly, and opens a door, he looks back and mutters a soft, "Happy birthday," before shutting it behind him. Stupid fucking Deku. He doesn't want a happy birthday from him. He's better than that. He flops onto his stomach when his mom bursts into the room, looking pissed. "Great. Another fucking issue." "You better not be bullying Izuku, brat!" she yells, stomping over. That gets his attention. He sits up, staring right into her eyes. "Did Auntie tell you that?" he murmurs quietly. "Are you bullying Izuku, young man?" she asks, her hands on her hips. He shakes his head no, slowly, not trusting himself to speak. He's not bullying him. He's just teaching him a lesson before he gets himself hurt. "You do not touch him!" she shouts, spit hitting his face. "He's too fragile for your quirk. You know he can't protect himself. You're better than that." She finishes, running her hand through her hair, slowly, taking a deep breath. "Auntie Inko has enough to worry about because of that boy. I feel bad for her without you adding to the issue." She turns back into him, sitting trembling on his bed. "Is this understood?" she says sternly, glaring at him. "Yes, Mama." He stutters, getting bopped on the head again. Hard. He rubs his head as she walks out, staring at her back. Deku's gonna pay for him getting yelled at. He's gonna show him what it is. A monster who ruins everyone's life. The train ride home is silent. The radio on Mama's phone was turned into Present Mike's radio station. He was still a new hero, but Izuku thought he was one of the coolest. Not mentioning All Might. He was still new, but his quirk was interesting, so his mama kept the headphones in, one for each of them, letting Izuku listen to the English songs that commonly played. His mama hummed along, and he listened softly. "Do you think Daddy's listening too?" he asked softly. His dad had left a little while ago, over half a year ago, a few days after his doctor visit. Mama said he had important business in America, and he had to leave quickly. "Maybe he is," she whispers, her eyes becoming wet and a tear slipping through her cheek as she kept humming. She seemed to cry whenever Izuku mentioned Daddy. He hated seeing her cry. "Sorry, Mama. I won't ask about him anymore. I'm sure he's fine in America," he states confidently, his hands twist in his hoodie as he speaks. However, "It's okay, Bunny," she murmurs, ruffling his hair. "I'm sure he's fine." The rest of the commute is made in silence, both focused on the music. Inko sighs, rubbing at her temples. Today had just been paperwork, and she was exhausted. She had small-time criminal case coming to prepare for, but she had other things on her mind. "Everything okay, Inko?" Blue Q asks as she sets Inko's cup of coffee onto the table. "How's Izuku?" Inko groans, taking a cup from her coffee. "He's been better. He hasn't had any new injuries in months." Ryuko shakes her head. "So why do you look so worried?" "He's not himself. He's quiet. He's never been quiet before." Inko says softly, tapping her pencil. "He still murmurs, but his eyes are so dull." Ryuko looks up at Inko before responding. "He needs a new hobby. Something to keep his mind busy. What does he like? And how can you make that an activity for him?" she asks before walking back to her desk to work. Inko stares at the pencil in her hand before smiling. "It just might work," she murmurs. Inko tosses a notebook in front of Izuku as he watches his hero documentary with the volume turned low. He doesn't like loud noises now. She found. "What is it, Mama?" Izuku asks, picking up his notebook and flipping through it. It's blank. "It's for you, to write all about the quirks you see." She hops over the back of the couch to sit right behind her son. "That way you can have all you want on paper." She hands him a pen she had tucked over her ear. "How do I do that?" he asks, clicking the pen and staring at the paper. "However you want." She smiles, ruffling his hair. "It's all yours, Bunny." Izuku grins. his eyes glued to the screen, broadcasting a new hero, as his hands start writing. Maybe things will be okay, after all. Just maybe. I also just realized how absolutely fucking ridiculous the intro, not the intro, the thumbnail is. So when I recorded episode 1, chapter 1, I'd not yet figured out the thumbnail, and then I figured it out today. And while I was making it, look, I don't know what to do for it, okay? I have not read this fic before, so I just did whatever and prayed. I literally did whatever and prayed. That is literally what I did. So I hope this one is still good and you still guys still like it and stuff, because it is the first thing that came to mind. And I hope you guys really like it because that bike was so hard to draw. That bike was so hard to draw. Also, those wheels are not circles. They're more ovals. Those shoes, what the fuck are those shoes? This is very much a new and improved chibi style of my art, where it's a bit more detailed, but still not focusing on the details. I think I might go back to just fully chibi eyes, with like the eyes and stuff like that. So instead of doing the detailed eyes, I might go back to just doing the singular eyes instead of the detailed eyes. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you like this chibi art, or should I go back to the other? I don't know. Hitoshi looks actually kind of scary in this fic. Not in this fic, in this drawing. He looks very scary. Sorry about that. I did not mean to make him look scary or like a predator. But he doesn't look like that. Yeah, anyways, this fic is really good so far. I'm actually really liking it. I'm surprised. Kiriko said that they didn't really like it, but this was their least favorite fic. So if this is some of your good work, I would love to read some of your other works. I'm definitely gonna, by the way guys, Kitty Kit, I just checked, but Kitty Kit has a podfic where they podfic their own works as well. It is really good. It is literally just the same username they do as their author. So go ahead and check it out. It is really cool. I think it is. Is it? Or is it not? It is really cool. I really like it. I'm definitely gonna check out some of your some of Kitty Kit's what's it called? Other fics, because I'm really liking your writing style so far. And if this is your first fic, oh my god, okay. I love this. I love this. Anyways, as always, my raindrops, make sure to eat, sleep, drink water, take your meds. Have a wonderful day or night. Link to my Discord server and socials are down in the description. Subscribe to see more of my content, and thank you so much for watching.